You're tuned in to the Kansas City Weather Report, your daily source for the latest local forecast right here in KC. Whether you're planning your commute, weekend barbecue, or just trying to figure out if you need that extra layer, Wes has you covered. So let's dive into today's forecast.
Welcome to the Kansas City Weather Report. I'm meteorologist Wes Peary. Today is Tuesday, October 14th, and here's what's up with the weather. I took a little bit of time off over the last few days. Was up in Chicago with the family. My wife ran the Chicago Marathon. Really incredible feat for her. So I was up there with her and my daughter to cheer her on, taking the Chicago life, taking the cool fall air which Chicago is experiencing, which Kansas City has not been experiencing so much. And maybe even for like Chicago standards, it was a little on the warm side, but compared to how it's been going lately for Kansas City, it felt great. Like mornings were in the 50s, the afternoons were in the 60s to near 70. It was great stuff. All right, let's get into the weather for today. Some light rainfall kind of passing through this morning. It may interrupt the morning commute a little bit, but it's not going to be too disruptive overall. Temperatures today are going to top out close to about 75 degrees, and we'll get rid of the shower chances, I think, by around midday today and get a little bit of sunshine trying to peek through the clouds. 63 for tomorrow morning, and we'll go 86 for tomorrow. We get rid of the clouds, and bam, a 10-degree warmer day. 86 for Wednesday. Essentially the same thing for Thursday, about 60 in the morning, 85 in the afternoon, about 60 in the morning on Friday. And then Friday, it looks like we will be in the 80s once again, especially as this cold front and the chance for thunderstorms probably arrives later in the day, in the afternoon, after we hit our high temperature. It's probably going to be like 80 to 85 again. And then a good chance for showers and thunderstorms for Friday evening into Saturday. We'll have to watch out these thunderstorms. It could be a little bit on the strong side with some wind and hail. We get a follow cold front following an 80-degree day. That is a decent little setup to get some stronger thunderstorms with this at least, but nothing really glaring in terms of the chance for severe weather. And then Saturday, I'm leaning toward mainly the chance of the morning, but this front that's coming through may try to wobble a little bit further back north. So Saturday, I really can't rule out rain at any point, but it's leaning toward the first half for that rain chance there. Saturday is only in the 70s. Sunday looks like a perfect fall day. 40s in the morning, 60s in the afternoon, mostly sunny skies. Chef's kiss for that one. Monday looks like a warmer version of that, but still really comfortable. Monday, it's about 50 in the morning, and then 75 to 80 on Monday afternoon. Another cold front will try to come through on Tuesday, and that just reinforces the cool air. Temperatures in the 60s for highs. On Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, morning low temperatures close to 45 degrees. That's some cool stuff there. And as we start to look forward, 10 days from now, today's the 14th, so about 10 days will be the 24th, right? Once we look at the 23rd or the 24th, it's after that in which we start to run into better opportunities to actually get morning temperatures in the 30s. So there aren't any weather models like per se, forecasting temperatures to be in the 30s. But when I look at a specific type of weather model and multiple of them, I can see what like my bounds are. Let's say there's a weather model that runs 50 different versions of it, of like different models. And I'll see, all right, so some of these versions have lows in the 30s and essentially looking like a box and whisker chart, okay? And so my whiskers are now starting to dip into the 30s once we get to the 23rd and onward. So that means the scenarios start to become more plausible or more likely in which we get mornings in the 30s, which makes sense. Like right now, the average low is 47. So in about 10 days from now, it should be in the lower 40s, lower to middle 40s. So it's becoming it's becoming easier in general to get temperatures to fall into the 30s. The average first frost is the 17th. That's like 36 degrees. The average first freeze is the 27th. So everything is pointing here towards us legitimately getting the cooler conditions. And with that said, I need to trim my basil plant because It doesn't like temperatures in the 50s and the 60s. Need to harvest your plants as the growing season will be coming to an end over the next couple of weeks. I'll call it 2 to 3 weeks. Okay, recapping the forecast. Light rainfall this morning, temperatures near 75 today, mostly sunny and 85 tomorrow. Thursday, 85, partly cloudy, near 80 for Friday. Chance of thunderstorms Friday evening into Saturday morning. About 80 Friday, lower 70s for Saturday. 40 Sunday morning, only in the upper 60s for Sunday. 75 to 80 for Monday. A cold front on Tuesday with a chance of rain and temperatures for the middle part of next week. In the 60s for highs, the 40s for lows. Thanks so much for joining me for this edition of the Kansas City Weather Report. You can find me on social media at West Weather. Have a good one.